What up, y'all? It's your man ES the Herman Star back again with another video and another notification. But another video, and I'm here to do the general read for the sign of Sagittarius. So if you have Sagittarius in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, this is for you. What's going on, y'all? I still haven't come up with a nickname for y'all, so I'm gonna just keep calling y'all by your name. Sagittarius. That just might be it. It just might be a situation where you don't have a nickname. But yeah, this is your general read. Take it however it resonates, of course. If you would like a personal read, you are able to book that with me by sending me an email. You can find my email in the description box below. Just know that there are scammers in this community, unfortunately. So if there's anyone pretending to be me, offering you reads, it is not me. I will not reach out to you. You reach out to me, and let's get the ball rolling. So, yeah. We start with the Tower card in reverse. And this is someone who stalls their destiny. You know, I feel as though that, you know, from what I'm seeing here, this has to do with, I'm going to say it, your love life. You know, man, you might not want to hear, you might not want to hear this, Sagittarius, but you're meant to be a family person. A family man, a family woman. You're meant to, it's part of your destiny. And it just seems as though that it'll serve you best if you were to just allow that to happen. From what I'm seeing with the cards. Now, you're going to make whatever decisions you want at the end of the day, of course. You know, that's the type of free will that we have. And when I am using destiny here, it's funny because the last reading I did was for Gemini, and I was talking about how words mean things, right? Now here I am breaking my own rule, kinda. Now, you know, I use the term destiny because again, this is what, you know, or one of the meanings of the Tower in reverse is someone who stalls their destiny or something that is supposed to happen. Now, when I say stall and destiny and stuff, again, it's simply if you decide still not to be, I guess a family person, like you choose not to settle down, essentially, is what I'm saying, right? If you choose not to do that, it's not like you, I don't think it's going to be like you know, you're going to have to define what purpose is for you. Of course, but I feel as though part of why this is showing up here, these cards are showing up here, is because at some point, or even now, you still desire to be settled down. But maybe past relationship woes, as it's always the reason, one of the main culprits at least, as to why people say I'm done with love, or I'm done with trying to find the partner, I'm done with wanting to settle down. It's because they've had a past with, you know, people that made them feel that way, right? Or made them feel as though they need to give up. And you're in that energy right now, Sagittarius, where you're like, I'm not doing that. No. Now you can comment all you want, you can say I'm wrong, you can, whatever the case is. But if you know in your heart of hearts what's being said is true, lying to yourself about it, because that's the most important. I've said this before, not just with you or, you know, others, you know, but in general, right? You can lie to me all you want, but when you comment things in the comments, of course, and you know it's true, you're ultimately lying to yourself. And that is worse than lying to me, lying to anybody else. You might think you're just lying to me, and and for whatever reason, I'm going to be like, oh, darn it, I was wrong about Sagittarius. Oh, darn it. I can tell you right now, I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you for subscribing if you do. I really would appreciate it if you hit that like. But not to sound like an asshole, but it's going to sound like an asshole, and I'm going to just blame my Virgo placements for that. And it is what it is. I'm not thinking about you like that. I'm not thinking about you like that. If you're going to comment on some, I'm going to fool him and he's right, but I don't want him to know he's right, so I'm going to tell him he's wrong. I'm not thinking about you to the point where it's like, darn it. I'm not. It's not that important to me. My objective here is to tell you what the cards are, and you make your decision on your own. Now, if you would like some personal guidance and, some advice or even listening ear, that's what the personal reads are for. But you have to book that, and that costs money. So, again, email in the description. These are just simple generals. This is what the cards are saying. This is what the message the universe wants to give you at this time. Take it or leave it. All right. Your next card is the Justice card in reverse. This is dishonesty. And I was just going on about how you can lie to me all you want. It's not going to fix things, but it's going to be worse if you lie to yourself. And I feel as though this is a situation where, again, you're lying to yourself about not wanting a unionship, not wanting a family, not wanting commitment based off of past hurt. It's like, and I'm not trying to encourage people to go back to church or go to church or believe in God. But it's like those individuals who were hurt by a church, right? And they stopped believing in God or having faith in general because, again, of church hurt, right? Well, relationship hurt is a thing as well, where people stop believing in love, stop believing that they can achieve the love life that they want because of past pain, right? That seems to be the case for you, Sagittarius. And again, you can maneuver how you want to, but from what the Justice in reverse is saying, it's saying that you're not really being honest about that. You're not being honest about how you feel. You can comment again below how very much okay you are being single. Okay, appreciate your comment. But if you know in your heart of hearts that's not true, you're still lying to yourself ultimately, and that's the worst thing. The worst thing is not you proving me wrong, in quotation marks. The worst thing is you lying to yourself. Next, you have the 10 of Pentacles showing up. This is why I'm saying you really want that family. You really want that commitment, that happy life, happy wife, happy husband, all of that. You really want this. But this mentality that you don't want it, or you telling yourself, these two cards is pretty much you telling yourself, being resistant to the change of mentality to keep yourself safe because of past heartache or whatever the case is. That's getting in the way of this, but again, it's your decision. If you allow yourself to shine and stand out, if you allow yourself to live in your truth, as the Sun card is, right? I always get confused on whether I should cover the Sun or not, but the kids' privates are covered by the horse. But I'm not going to hold it up for as long as I hold up, cards that are fully clothed, of course, right? But yeah, if you allow yourself to live in your truth, things get brighter, as the Sun suggests as well. Your last card is the Queen of Wands in reverse as well. This is someone who can be very much insecure. This is jealous energy, temperamental energy too, but I'm really swaying on the insecurity aspect. Maybe a bit of jealousy. Maybe you see people having the life that you want, having this. The Ten of Pentacles, by the way. I know that glare was kind of made it hard to see, so I'm going to hold it closer. You probably are jealous of people. You're in this energy because you're jealous of the people in your life, or you just see people who have this. And you're wondering, how come? How come? How come? Well, how come people are in committed relationships? Well, because they're honest about how they feel. They're not acting like they're just this heartless individual who is screaming F love when they really are the biggest lovebird out there. You know what I'm saying? And they're honest with their partner. They're on, even before they got in that relationship, they're honest and say, hey, I would like this to start this thing with you. And it just so happened that other person was honest too. And it said, hey, right back at you. And, well, they got together. What if people actually got together that way? That would have been, that would be hilarious as hell. But anyways, in all seriousness, they were honest about how they felt. And, you know, sorry, me being a little bit OCD. I saw some little mess on my laptop. But, yeah, as I was saying, they're honest about how they felt. They're honest even about their insecurities. You know? Honest with themselves, honest with the other person, but again, most importantly, honest with themselves. Not dishonest as the justice in reverse is, but honest about their insecurity. And saying, hey, I am actually insecure. I am actually hurt still from past heartache. I do actually want this family. I do actually want this unionship. But what's stopping me right now is the fear of from what what has happened to me in the past due to these relationships. All right. That's what I have for you today as far as the tarot goes. We'll get into the oracle card here, but before I choose a card, I would like to remind you to please hit that like button if you're not, you know, butthurt by this. This is all meant to help you out. All right, please hit that like if you have it. Comment anything you would like to comment. Share. Ooh, why? One card, please. I'm gonna just do this and see whatever falls out of my hand. Why not? That one did. Okay. I'm a weirdo, I know, but I'm honest about it at least. All right. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You'll like that personal read. Once again, email me. Description box below. Your card is this. All right. You have Meadow of Moments. Bask in the meadow of moments where presence blossoms in the simplicity of now. Pretty interesting to have that with this read. But you know, when I see this card, I'm looking at this woman, I'm reading the definition. What comes to mind is being in the moment, obviously, right? But being in the moment entails someone to be pretty much just honest and aware. I'm going to use aware because I've said honest like 50 billion times already. But be aware of everything. You know, what are your thoughts coming up right now while you're in this meadow? You can literally go to a meadow. I would suggest that. Beautiful day, springtime. Go ahead and do all that. But you figuratively or literally be in the meadow, right? Really just be in the moment. And be aware of the thoughts that come to mind, the sensations even, the feelings that come to mind, right? Just be honest about that. And that might serve as a great meditative moment for you to get through all of this. All right? You know? But yeah, if you would like more on this situation, more help, more possible guidance, again, shoot me an email. You can find my email in the description box below. Yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I want to thank you for trusting me and being your intuitive reader for today, or at least one of your intuitive readers. Sorry. Like, comment, share, subscribe once again. And until next time, until next read. You see me when you see me. Take care.